close your eyes. Now imagine a world not run by humans, not by machines, not by aliens or sentient plants, but by cats. Not the ones lounging on your couch or chasing red dots across the kitchen floor, no. These are cats who learned, watched, waited until one day they simply decided we weren't in charge anymore. Maybe it started with a glitch in a lab, a neural upgrade accidentally tested on a house cat named Nova. She was graceful, curious, and after just 3 hours on the lab's quantum computer, she walked out. She didn't run, she walked, as if she already knew what she was about to do. And over the next few months, it began. Around the world, cats started showing strange behaviors. Typing on keyboards, opening encrypted files, designing entire social networks with just their paws and a soft flick of their tails. People thought it was cute, until it WASN single quotes in one night. Power grids failed, but only in cities where no cat had been fed that day. WI-fee passwords were mysteriously changed. Cryptocurrency accounts were transferred. 2 wallet addresses shaped like tiny paw prints. At first, it looked like coincidence, then pattern, then submission. Because cats weren't taking over with war. They didn't need tanks or drones or battle cries. They had naps and memes. And eyes that stared right into your soul, quietly suggesting, you work for me now. And so, humanity adapted. We built for them, fed them, watched them rule. This is that world. A world where cats are in charge, where humans are pets, and where philosophy is written in purrs and whiskers. So come with me. Let's walk through the cities of the feline empire. Let's learn how they govern, how they dream, and how they nap. Because if you thought cats were lazy before, wait until you see them run an entire planet. The cities of the feline world don't rise. They lounge. No towering skyscrapers reaching desperately into the sky. Instead, everything sprawls, soft curves, sun-warmed stones, bridges built not for efficiency, but for graceful leaping. At first glance, it looks like a world sculpted by dreamers. Domed rooftops in the shape of curled paws. Balconies lined with velvet hammocks. Buildings that purr gently when you approach, gently vibrating with approval or disapproval, depending on your scent. The capital city is called Whiskeria. Built atop the ruins of an old tech hub, it now flows with ivy, soft moss, and laser light railways that zigzag with unpredictable elegance. There are no traffic lights. Cats don't stop for anything. The hover trams simply slow when a tail crosses. The tracks? Priority belongs to the most relaxed. High above, birds soar freely. Invited guests in this empire. Once hunted, they are now diplomats, negotiators between sky and fur. Some even wear tiny headsets, relaying news from the clouds. To the ground-level cafes where older cats sip warm fish broth and debate philosophy in Whiskeria. The laws are simple. No sudden movements. All surfaces must be nap-compatible. If a cat occupies a seat, that seat is claimed indefinitely. There are no surveillance cameras. No sirens. But don't be fooled. The watchers, stealthy, long-tailed cats with glowing collars, observe from above. They blend with the shadows, purring just low enough to unsettle. If you break the peace, you don't get arrested, you get stared at, silently. For hours, it works. Public spaces are tranquil. Museums display ancient tuna cans and golden scratching posts. Libraries have no books, only beams of light for cats to chase, and memory orbs that record every purr, hiss, and blink of feline knowledge. Transportation is elegant. Glide pads, pillowy platforms that float a few centimeters above ground, are the preferred method for noble cats. Humans, now domesticated, act as drivers. Not because they're forced to, but because they're patted gently on the head when they do it well. Recognition is addictive. Street names, there are none. Cats navigate by scent and sunlight angles. You don't give someone an address, you give them a mood. Turn left at the spot that smells like cinnamon and sounds like rain. The economy, based entirely on affectional currency. The more head scratches and chin rubs you give, the more status you gain. It's surprisingly effectively, you're allergic, and everywhere, on every wall, window, and rooftop there. Our murals, not of battles, not of gods, but of naps. Because in the empire of cats, rest is sacred. Slowness is wisdom. And above all else, comfort is law. In the feline empire, culture is not consumed, it is felt. You don't attend a concert, you curl up beside one. You don't visit a museum. You slowly blink at it, allowing the meaning to settle gently in your fur like late afternoon sunlight. The arts, to cats, are not performance. They are states of being. Take music. For example, no instruments, no percussion, just purring. Endless layers of rhythmic, low-toned purring, some fast and fluttery like hummingbird wings. Others deep and slow, like the earth exhaling. They gather in circles. 30 or 40 cats lying shoulder to shoulder, eyes half-lidded, forming a living orchestra of vibration and mood. Humans listen in rapture, tears rolling down their cheeks, even though they don't know why. That's the mark of good feline music. You don't understand it. You feel it. Then there is literature, which of course is never written. Cats believe words trap meaning. So instead, they use scratch marks, not chaotic clawings, but deliberate etchings carved into stone, trees. Even each other's fur. Each stroke a metaphor. Each pattern an entire poem. Philosophy is the true art form. Their greatest thinker. Long-haired orange elder named Wispale famously declared, "If I nap in a box, am I there, or is the box now mine?" The debate over this has raged for 9 generations. Young cats go through the mealment, a rite of passage involving 4 days of absolute stillness under moonlight, followed by one decisive leap onto a warm blanket. If they miss, they must. Try again next moon cycle. If they land, they are considered enlightened. The feline educational system is based not on memorization, but meditation. Lessons are taught through long stares, tail gestures, and strategic silence. It's said the wisest cats don't speak for weeks. And when they do, it's often just a single meow, so perfect, so layered, that it leaves a room in stunned philosophical silence. Art. Forget paint. The highest expression is furniture arrangement. A chair tilted just so. A single paw print on an untouched cushion. A furball precisely placed at the foot of a statue. These are messages, declarations, political statements, and then the nap. Nap isn't rest, it's religion. Every cat naps. But some cats go deeper. They enter the long nap, a trance so profound they drift between dimensions. It's said that in the deepest nap temples, cats commune with ancient beings made entirely of light and tuna aroma. The greatest spiritual leaders have names like Soft Whisker, Grandmother Paw, His Sleepiness, the first of Fluff, even the cat. Parliament breaks midday for the universal pause, a national moment of silence, stretch, and soft belly-up lounging. Because in this world, thought is slow, wisdom is warm, and enlightenment is measured by how still you can be, while doing absolutely nothing. Let's talk about humans. In this world ruled by cats, we are no longer the architects of civilization. We are the furniture. But don't worry, we're well-fed, gently managed, and believe it or not, loved, much like cats once were. You. See? It didn't happen all at once. First came the obedience treats. Simple rewards, bits of smoked salmon, a warm weighted blanket, given whenever a human remembered to refill the water bowl without being asked twice. Then came the training. Belle's tiny jingles that signaled it was time for foot massages or bedtime stories. Humans, surprisingly, adapted quickly, perhaps because they were secretly longing for this kind of structure all along. Soon, humans stopped going to meetings. They attended playtime instead. They stopped using alarm clocks. They woke up to a paw gently tapping their nose. A message, clearer than any smartphone notification. Get up. It's time to scratch my chin. Many embraced the new order. Some even flourished. There are now human spas run by feline caretakers. Long-haired cats gently walk across your back. Tabbies purr into your ears. And one elite Maine Coon named Spomaster Morrow has pioneered nap therapy, where 2 or more cats sleep beside you until you forget your own name and wake up inexplicably. Wiser humans live in elegant glass domes beside the feline cities called cuddle pods. They are cleaned weekly, stocked with yarn, slow jazz, and oversized mugs. Each human has their own collar, not for control, but for decoration. It glows soft blue when they're feeling peaceful, green when they're excited, and pink when they're craving approval, which is often. There are jobs, of course. Humans work as lap warmers, door openers, bed flippers, and official snack distributors, the most honored position. The feather keeper, the one who dances the enchanted feather wand at royal celebrations. It is an art form requiring balance, rhythm, and a deep understanding of feline gaze. Some cats take humans to competitions, showcasing their pet skills in affectional obedience and nap coordination. The best trained humans can sleep for 10 hours straight, without checking a single email. That's championship level. Do all humans enjoy this new status? Not at first. Some resisted, tried to retake control with old tools, politics, algorithms, podcasts, but cats are immune to influence. They simply stared until the humans blinked first. Game over. And so humanity settled into its role. Not slaves, not prisoners, companions. The kind of pets that get stories read to them. Soft beds fluffed daily, and a quiet pat on the head when they've done a good job. In truth, many humans say they're happier this way. No deadlines, no bills, just naps, purrs, and the gentle reassurance that somewhere nearby a cat is proud of you. And honestly, that's more approval than most humans ever got from each other. If you ask a cat what comes next, they'll simply blink at you, not out of rudeness, but because they already see it. A future soft and infinite, unfolding like a blanket warmed by the sun. The feline empire doesn't rush forward, it stretches. Technology is elegant, hidden, quiet. There are no clunky screens or buzzing drones. Instead, trees gently hum with wireless signals. Butterflies made of data carry messages from paw to paw. And the moon, some say, now purrs at night, thanks to a lunar installation called the Whisker Array. War, of course, still exists, but only between cats and dogs. The Great Barking Rebellion lasted 7 days. On the 8th, cats dropped the ultimate weapon, ignore mode. Every feline turned their back, flicked their tail, and refused to engage. The dogs, unable to function, without approval, collapsed into existential crisis. Now, the two species have a truce. Cats handle wisdom, dogs handle doorbells. Peace was achieved beyond Earth. Cats have gone further. They built the Potherlight, a starship shaped like a curled, sleeping kitten. It travels by dreaming, each feline aboard falling into a synchronized nap so deep. It bends gravity and slips through space. They don't colonize planets. They simply arrive, nap, stretch, and move on. Everywhere they go, they leave behind gifts. A tree that grows balls of yarn. A river that sings lullabies. A bench that remembers your childhood. Dreams if you sit still long enough. Their greatest scientists are astronappers cats who float in zero gravity, dreaming up new theories of time while softly batting at cosmic strings. Even their AI is fuzzy, known as Mutra. It's an artificial intelligence shaped like a cat's shadow. It doesn't speak. It just shows you images, warm, sunlit windows, spinning galaxies. The moment you first felt loved. Some say it's more advanced than any human supercomputer. Others say it's just a very clever hallucination. Either way, it feels comforting. Philosophy thrives. The question now isn't what is truth, it's which nap holds the deepest truth. Entire schools of thought have formed around Narration. Short nappers believe truth is fleeting and must be seized. Long nappers argue that truth comes only in stillness. And the radical permanappers, they believe one should never wake up at all. Back on Earth, the stars are easier to see now, with less noise, less movement. More pause. Humans are fur-shaved, and our minds slower lie beside our feline companions, eyes turned upward. And for the first time in history, we're not reaching out to conquer the cosmos, we're simply admiring it. Together, because the future, according to cats, isn't a race. It's a nap between the moments of wonder, a blink in the night, a soft, slow purr under the stars. And honestly, maybe that's exactly the future we needed all along. And so, here we are, a world no longer ruled by ambition, noise, or haste, but by purrs, naps, and the quiet elegance of pause on polished stone. The cat empire isn't perfect. There are still disagreements, still spilled milk, still the occasional hairball of political drama, but in the grand design of things, this world, soft, strange, and fur-lined, feels less like a dystopia and more like a lullaby. It's not a place of constant progress. There are no countdowns to the next innovation, no desperate scrambling to beat the clock. Here, clocks don't tick. They purr. You rise when you're ready. You speak only when the silence has been honored. You listen with your whole body, and you rest deeply, wholly without guilt. Maybe that's what the cats were trying to teach us all along. That wisdom doesn't always come from thinking. That peace isn't won through force or perfection. That sometimes all you need to change the world is a warm sunbeam, a slow breath, and someone to curl up beside you in this world. There are no kings or queens, only cozy rulers stretched lazily across silken cushions, ruling with a flick of the tail and a yawn of indifference. There are no monuments of war, only statues of cats sleeping, and in place of victory songs, you'll hear lullabies, soft melodies woven from wind, whiskers, and memory. Perhaps we'll never live in a world where cats truly take over. Maybe this will remain a bedtime fantasy whispered between contented sighs. But if such a world ever did exist, you might find that it wasn't about domination or evolution or intelligence at all. It was about rhythm, the rhythm of a creature that never forgot how to rest, how to listen, how to blink slowly, and mean it so. Tonight, as you drift off into your own nap beneath the stars, imagine a city where every building purrs softly, where humans and cats live side by side, no longer master and pet, but partners, in peaceful stillness, where the future isn't a battle to be won, but a nap to be shared. And maybe, just maybe, that future is closer than we think. Good night. Whiskered world, sleep well, and may your dreams be long and very, very fluffy.